Okay, this is a brief video to show you how to create and start a pairs event. So let's say I were to use the pairscorer and start it up. Then this is the main screen you see. So you can see pairs events, right? Okay, let's go to pairs events. So you may turn out that you may need to manage the events, like deleting events and so on. In particular, when pairscorer has a full list of events, it will complain that it's got too many events, and in which case you need to delete an event. That's the only time probably that you need to manage this event list. All right. So for example, you can delete. Okay. Anyway, mainly what you want to do is to create a new event. So let's go ahead and do that. All right. So modify what you need, but most of it is remembered from the last time. So you can just go ahead and click OK. All right. The next thing you need to do is to select a movement. Okay. Now, the critical thing is the number of tables. So let's say you have 4.5. So you need to select 5 tables, right? And then it show you the movements that are available. Now, usually what you want to select is some variation of Howell. All right. Try not to select Mitchell. I would think that Mitchell, you might want to select if you have 10 or more tables. Okay. So most of the time you're going to be selecting some variation of Howell. I like the 3/4 Howell. Okay. All right. So if you look at this and you hit on show movement, you can see that 3/4 Howell actually has 2 sitting pairs, 9 and 10, pair 9 and pair 10. The rest are moving. Whereas if you click on full Howell, for example, and show movement, you can see that there is only 1 sitting pair, everyone else moves. All right. So as far as you are concerned, this is the main difference between a full Howell and a 3/4 Howell. All right. In the case of if you have 4.5 tables and you have a missing pair, what you can do is select which pair do you want to be missing. Now, if you were to look at this movement right now, right, you can see that. Excuse me, I'm on 3/4 Howell, right? If you select this movement, you can see that pair 10 and 9 are sitting pairs. So while you can select anything as a sitting pair, like for example, you select 1 as a sitting pair, then you can see that you have a lot of blank spots in your movement. So this makes it complicated and people get confused. So if you don't need to have too many sitting pairs, of course, it may happen that you have 2 handicap pairs that want to be a sitting pair, then you may have to choose one of the other numbers. But right now, let's say you have 1 handicap pair who want to sit permanently, then you choose probably number 10 as a sitting pair, as a missing pair. So if you look at this again, you see that table 5 is now a stealth table. So everyone knows that when they go to table 5, they are sitting out. Everyone else moves except for pair number 9. All right. So this is what you do, right? You keep on selecting the movement and then the various options, and then you keep on selecting show movement until you see a movement that is satisfactory. Then after that, you click OK. And OK. Now you want to start the BridgeMate server. Now, if you have seen the little diagram I've got and you've seen how the components put together, you can see that this is just the pairscorer, and the BridgeMate server is a separate piece of software, or the BridgeMate control software rather, BCS for short, is a separate piece of software. And these 2 programs need to communicate together. So it's a rather simplistic way to do this. So, and you just have to remember the sequence: reset server, restart. Then you need to create a database, because the database is what is used to communicate between BCS and the scorer. Okay. Then you launch the BCS software itself. Okay. And that's basically it. All right. And then people can start to enter their pairs and so on and so forth. All right. And in fact, if you look at here, right, once you start entering your pairs, this and names, sorry, these things will start to turn green, and then you can see the various players coming in. All right. And that's it for short.